Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin currently 61,608, up 1.18%. Ethereum 3857, up 0.62%. My goal is to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love, and also gain real wealth in the process. I've hidden knowledge gems throughout this video. Unless you watch to the end, you'll miss them. See how many you can find. In the previous episode, episode 290, we talked about dealing with crypto losses. It's always good to think that losses are the cover charge of financial markets. If you're making losses, don't be concerned. You're just literally paying the cover charge to access those markets. Looking at investment substitutability, the S&P 500 up 28% over the past year, gold down 7%, and Bitcoin up 436% over the past 12 months. We covered Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as the Bitcoin technical analysis and Ethereum technical analysis in the previous video, episode 290. We can see the Bitcoin stablecoin supply ratio SSR oscillator. It's looking really healthy. Notice the correlation. As the blue line comes up, it's fueling upward price momentum. When it comes down, it's fueling a decrease in Bitcoin's price. There's quite a clear association. We can see a lot of stablecoins coming into the market and being converted into Bitcoin. Looking at Bitcoin futures open interest across all exchanges, you notice the price of Bitcoin. As Bitcoin comes up, so too does the entire crypto market. Really important to understand that association. As Bitcoin comes down, directionally 99% of alts go down with it. What are we seeing here? Futures open interest, 21.86 billion. Looking at Bybit, we can see the current figure right this second is 22.92 billion. The open interest is getting up high. Please make a note. Also, the futures open interest, when it spikes up like this, it's quite likely to come down. Please have strategies for both the upside and the downside of the market. Over the past 24 hours, there's been 225.36 million in liquidations across 64,916 trading positions. About 84% of those liquidations were long, and we can see that there's really not a lot of liquidations in the market considering how much open interest there is. Each episode we look through the stablecoins. We can see that USDT Tether is increasing in supply. We can see also that USDC was increasing, that's starting to level out. The CFTC just recently fined Tether and Bitfinex. So I think from many perspectives that restores a lot of confidence back into USDT. Just keep it in mind, BUSD is decreasing. Turning to the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, we can see the current Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 79. This is quite high. You can also see that when greed goes up, price is rallying. When greed goes down, price is typically falling. This can be a really good contrarian indicator for picking tops and bottoms. But as we always know, we can't pick a top or a bottom. It's all probabilities. But some people do use this to time their entries and exits. And it always depends on what you're doing. If you're trading, this can be a useful indicator. If you're investing, seeing when all the fear is in the market is a fantastic time to buy. Moving across to CoinMarketCap, we can see 12,806 cryptos in the crypto market space. The top 10, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, Tether, now 69 billion, XRP, Solana, Polkadot, USDC, and Doge. Let's look at the best 24-hour, top 24-hour percent gainers. Stacks, ZEC, SHIB, Phantom, 1, Cello, Perp, Kasama, KCS, and Clayton. Let's look at the past 7 days. New Cipher, Perp, Dot, Matic, KCS, BNB, Tel, XLM, ZEC, and Phantom. Let's go to the greatest 24-hour % losses. NU, DYDX, Chiliz, Flow, Mana, Filecoin, Telcoin, Tezos, XDC, and Engine. It looks like the NFTs are getting hit. Let's have a look at the greatest 7-day % losses. IOTA, Flow, Decred, Arweave, One, Filecoin, XDC, ICX, BitTorrent, and Luna. Turning to Binance derivatives, 24-hour trading volume 60.89 or 60.86 billion. 24-hour open interest 12.94 billion. What we're looking at here and what we're looking for is price momentum or price pressure. The higher the green number, the more price pressure or price momentum from a positive aspect is on a particular crypto. We can see Bitcoin and Ethereum. Bitcoin is roughly around the 1.5% and Ethereum are about 1%. When we look down to the other perpetuals, we're just really seeking things above 10%. If we look at everything, we're not going to get a very clear picture. It's good to fraction the market out. GTC is above 10%. Now let's flip the other way. Only keep negative 10.1%. We can see the market is basically mid-ranging through this. It just gives you a bit of a feeling. Looking at the top cryptos, we can see DOT out in front, up 37.22% over the past 14 days. We can see Bitcoin up 29.45% and XLM up 26.35%. Now, what I see here when I'm looking at this is that if we drew a line from this peak to this peak and carried it forward, we would see that polka dot is starting to clear this resistance. What else can we see? If we draw a line from here up to here, so basically from this lower dot to this dot, or this low to this low, we can see that polka dot needs to maintain a little bit of upward price momentum to get above this resistance, but it's certainly going in the right direction. What else can we tell from here? There is a level of resistance under, or level of support under here in this previous price action. Price didn't come down there, hit there and bounced. It's looking fairly positive from a probabilistic stance for DOT right now. Now we've done a quick roundup of the market. We've got market context, so we can now enhance pattern recognition through Rule 109. The reason we do pattern recognition is to get in front of the market, sort of like front running the market, literally. These are the top 8. When we have a look at Bitcoin, we can see Bitcoin's price action has a lot of positive momentum. I've put Bitcoin's fingerprint here in this gold color so that you can see it playing out on a directional basis and bias perspective on all of the alts. Now, one thing to notice here, as you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, XRP, Sol, Doge, and DOT, there is something very, very important hidden in this chart. Can you see it? It should stick out to you. Just have a look through the 8 charts. Is it something in Bitcoin or Ethereum or Binance Coin or ADA, XRP, Sol, Doge, or DOT? What do you see? There is one thing very specific, and if you've been following these episodes, you'll already know what to look for. It is actually in Binance Coin. It's this long tail rejection here. Remember how we put a line at 422.30? Basically, Binance coin sold down about 10% to that 422.30 and then bounced like a Super Bowl all the way back up. Now, why is that important? Because I'm finding, and we're seeing as a community, that Binance coin tends to lead the market. Now, why do I say that? I noticed and talked to the community around the 28th of September saying that Binance coin, around the 30th, the Binance coin was starting to repair. It looked like the market was going up, and I brought out some discussion on Sol starting to repair, getting above its resistance, starting to look healthy. As a trader, I take these swings. Now, what do we see? What is this? Binance coin looking unhealthy. Binance coin looking healthy. Go across and put your eye on Bitcoin. You can see Bitcoin here. You can see Binance coin coming up, and if I put the mouse here, you can see that Binance coin was giving us an indication which way the actual market was heading. This is gold. This is why a lot of the time that I say that I hide knowledge gems throughout the videos. I've seen a lot of people comment on the market, but they don't give many gems at all. I make sure I put a lot of gems in these videos. Okay, now what does it mean? What do we see here? Binance is coming down. What did the market do later? Bitcoin came down. Look at XRP. XRP was hit very hard by this spike. Now, if you're a trader like I am, you can look at things like this and gain an insight. That's why we do pattern recognition every day together. It's all about giving you an edge. I'm sharing my personal edges with you. So we can look from this point. We can see Binance coin suffered a tremendous amount of weakness. Now, the other coins were suffering minor amounts of weakness. You can see here ADA was just like literally at that support level and cut through. That's a signal. We can see Sol. That is pretty much still at its upward support level. That's a bit healthier. But we can see XRP. Look at this support running through here. Just imagine you put a line up. And I do this because I want you to train your eye. You can literally look at anything and see patterns. It's very, very profitable strategy. Now, what do we see here in XRP? It came down. What do we notice? Binance coin. What about if we go back and look at how Binance coin rallied up here? What was XRP doing? It was rallying up as well. We can see the phasing or synchronization between different charts. That's why we look at this. A lot of people say, oh, you know, I just want my beloved altcoin. If you don't know patterns like this, your beloved altcoin could get crushed. Or alternately, it could be a fantastic time to get in. It really comes down to timing, as well as time in the market. But if you're trading, timing the market is really important. Let's go across to the next date. What are we looking for here? Anything that sticks out to us. What is SHIB doing? Well, we can see SHIB is on a party mode. It's actually overcome a degree of resistance and it's on its way up. Congratulations to the SHIB holders. Your patience has been rewarded. What did we see about Luna? Look, if we draw a resistance line down here, we see Luna is consolidating. It's not like XRP just dropping down and a lot of the others. It's consolidating really well around here. I wouldn't be at all surprised if Luna starts to do what SHIB is doing. What do we see in Uni? We can see that weakness like in the top 8. What about AVAX? AVAX is being hammered recently. Poor old AVAX, such a good project. Let's have a look at Chainlink. What do we notice there? A disproportionate drawdown. We're getting hit quite heavily here. This is what you look at when you're doing pattern recognition. You really want to understand how everything moves together. This is all literally about training your mind, re-engineering your thought process to look at the patterns and try to see what has the potential to go up and what has the potential to go down. More importantly, why it will go up or down. Which one out of these 8 do you think has the greatest probability of increasing in price? And which would be the most value for money? So sometimes you can get on a train that's going really fast and hang on for dear life, and yes, it can go up, but sometimes it's better to catch the train at the platform and then ride it hard to the next stop. Personally, I like doing that. Getting in on the ground floor is always a better concept if you can, and crypto is really volatile. Let's have a look at the next 8. We've got Stellar, Matic, Cosmos, Atom, Filecoin, ICP, Axie Infinity, FTX, Token, FTT, and Tron, TRX. Now, what are we looking at inside this group? Do you see the basic structure? Stellar is doing well. It's got a very well respected support line coming through here, and that is a tight line. I'm not trying to take this part out. I've drawn it literally from that bottom to the next retest here of that, and then just extended it up. A lot of people try to fit bottoms and all this sort of stuff. I don't. I'm looking for the most rapid signal. I found that after 3 decades in financial markets, it's what really works for me. Now, let's extend this line up a little bit. Now, what do we see in Matic? Matic had an incredible rally up. It took the lift up and it's taking the stairs down. Now, what about this bounce? What is that bounce about? Well, it's literally about hitting this support line. Notice how cleanly it hit it. It's just incredible stuff. Technical analysis can make you a lot of money, but you need to know how to use it. Cosmos, Atom. What's Atom up to? Atom is trying very hard to get over this resistance. It got above, but weakened. This is an early turnaround pattern. Let's have a look at Filecoin. It's doing a similar thing to Atom. So Cosmos and Filecoin are quite weak at the moment. What about ICP? ICP, a ton of resistance got over. Now we've seen a bounce and now it is starting to repair. That's a good sign if you're an ICP holder. What about Axie Infinity? An incredibly good project. We saw this exponential shoot off, and then what do we see? Consolidation. Now, Axie's consolidation and Matic's consolidation are different, aren't they? This is also good to bear in mind the comparisons between different charts. Let's look at FTT, FTX token. It's just basically hovering around support at the moment. And Tron, also similarly just hovering around. As Crypto Trading KS is a trading channel, it's really good to talk about trading techniques. What one or ones of these 8 would you say are about to turn around? Just please let me know in the description. Just describe what your thought process is in the comments section. For example, do you think Stellar is turning around? You think it's going to reverse course? That's what turning around means. Or do you think Matic is turning around? It will break this support. Or do you think Cosmos might break up to the upside? Or Filecoin? Or ICP? And what would that look like? These are all really, really important questions to ask yourself. I'm teaching you how to fish. Many channels just give you a fish and they just say, here's a target and there's a target, and they don't help you think. I really want to help you think. That way you can be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Let's have a look at some community favorites. We've got Theta, Icon, ICX, Aave, Kusama, KSM, Phantom, FTM, Stacks, STX, Harmony, 1, and the graph, GRT. Now what do we notice about this? One thing that as you pass your eye across these 8 charts, I see a rule. Opportunities reset daily. Even though the market has gone through a little bit of turbulence, have a look at Phantom and Stacks. They are clearly in an uptrend and they're doing very, very well. This is what it's like in the crypto market. Some things come down, some things go up. It's just the way of it. If we can identify the different patterns, we can get in on the early stages and then ride that train all the way up to the peak of the mountain. That's just beautiful to do. So literally the reason that we do this pattern recognition is so you can get to a point where you can see a thing like Stacks before it takes off and say, I think this thing is going to blow. I better get in here. We can see the theta is under pressure. It's basically hit a level of support and bounced up, but there's not much support in here. We can see Icon. Icon is consolidating after this massive run up. There is a level of support around the current price. Aave. Aave is starting to cross areas of resistance. And if we look at the low and the higher low, it's starting to form an up channel. This is really important when particular cryptos turn around. Kusama. Kusama is looking quite interesting actually. We can see levels of resistance starting to be crossed. It's a very choppy crypto at the moment. That means you could place your buy orders levels down and probably get them filled. Having a look at Phantom, digesting this big rally up by the current price action. This is normal for a strong crypto to do. We can see Stacks just going from strength to strength. As soon as it broke out from this particular resistance, I'll just draw it in here for you. That tight resistance, that's why we need tight resistances in crypto. People doing really loose resistances, putting them up like this, basically miss moves all the time. The tighter, the better. You need a really strong signal or you're going to miss something like this. This is the logic and reason why I do what I do. Everything has a reason. Looking at Harmony. Harmony is doing beautifully. What an incredible chart. Looking at this tight support, always tight. Keep it really close to the price action. Maybe a close support is a better way of saying it. Very close. So we can see that in the current price action, again, keeping it really, really close, because crypto is so volatile, we just want to dispense with these peaks. They just distort price action. We can see that it's literally starting to get across the resistance to the other side and it's being supported. Harmony 1 looks quite fascinating. What about the graph? We talked about this in a previous episode and I was saying there are various support levels that we could lay a buy in. Look at how many have been triggered already. This is why layer buying your trades in levels at support is the best thing that you can possibly do. It is a very, very powerful situation and it lowers your average buy-in cost, which increases your profitability. It's really interesting, Stacks' price behavior. Let's drill into that a little bit more. Now, what would I do if I was in Stacks? I would, of course, be really cool about things. The first thing, you don't want to chase anything. In life, don't chase a job. Don't chase a partner. You don't need to compete. Basically, if it's to be, it will be. And if it's not to be, you don't want it, trust me. Now, let's have a look again. There's a couple of ways of doing this. Because this is so choppy, I might just take a resistance level through here. Now, what are we seeing? I'm just drawing this chart up for you. We can see, drawing from this bottom to that, this is just one thing that I like to do. I'm very anachronistic. Anachronistic? No, that's not the word. Anarchistic. When it comes to doing technical support, I see so many very well-trained stock market technical analysts, and they just get bled by crypto because they're doing everything wrong. But that's okay. Everybody's got their own strengths. When you come to drawing your lines, keeping them very, very close to the price action is absolutely critical in crypto. What you will see is that if you do very loose lines, like for example joining tips to tips, you just miss everything. It will be all over. A lot of analysts in the stock market do this tip to tip stuff, and it's just a useless waste of time in crypto. It doesn't help anyone, and it just really costs a lot. Now, how would you potentially get into stacks if you wanted to? And I'm not suggesting that you want to, I'm just using this as a case in point. If you did, where would you buy? What levels of support and resistance would you use? We can see a clustering of price around here. So we could put a level in there. What about around this area? Now I'm doing it fairly close. We also have one here, 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 and back here. Now, what about upward support of this? We could say we had one there. That would be fair because it's respected a few times. These are tight levels. Now, if people are going to go short, where are those stop losses going to be? They're going to be up around this level. Maybe I'll get into stop hunting in a different video, but we can see that there are multiple entry points. For example, if you wanted to be aggressive, you could take this 2304 level and wait for price to come to you. Just be really cool. Sit back and say, I don't care. I don't care if it gets filled or not. Very hard to do, but you really, really need to learn it. How about this particular one? Now, when hopefully you've got TradingView. If you don't, I have a link to TradingView in the description of this video. What you can do is you can basically double click on a support line, press Ctrl A to highlight that, and then go and copy it, and then enter that into your trading setup. Don't manually type stuff in. You'll mess it up and you'll end up losing a lot of money. Don't worry, we've all done it. It's just normal. Again, normal part of price action. Okay, another one, this particular level. You can see you could buy all the way down to this level. It's a potential. That's what we call the 10-5-10 fund. And the 10-5-10 can go even lower, down to these levels, down to these levels. This is why it's always really important to do your fundamental analysis on the cryptos that you hold. Is Stacks going to be around in 12 months' time? Or is it just a meme project? Or is it an ecosystem play which has strong network effects? I would always suggest to get into something really substantial, or else you may find your hard-earned money just vaporizes. I'd like to show you more on Stacks price action. You can see price moving in a wave, always jumping up and down. When it gets over resistance, it bolts, and then it waves down, this consolidation type wave, and then waves up, and then waves down. Many times in crypto, people feel that they've missed out. You can see that that's just simply not the case. Even if we go back to here, this massive run up, when the price was pumping, it came down quite a percentage from there to there. It's about a 50% retrace. Comes back up from here to here, about a 50% retrace. Here to here, about a 50%. This is why I'm saying you don't have to worry about missing out. You do need to be patient, and that's where people get into trouble, because they're just not patient. They say, no, I must get in now. I've got to sell it, or I have to buy it now. I'll just miss the opportunity. When you understand more about the price dynamics of crypto, you can be a little bit more relaxed, which is a nice way to live. We can see here that price is moving in a wave. So what do we say if price is moving up like this? Do we want to buy these tails, or do we just want to buy in levels of support? Let's just do a bit of a thought experiment. If you were here and you saw price taking off like this, you can see the price has come up about 78% from that takeoff line. We don't need to measure from down here. We can just measure from where it took off. But where is it now? It's come back to about 50%. Now, what about going forward? Oops, it doesn't keep on going up. It doesn't at all. So it's gone from about here, around 80%, now down to 26%. This is the nature of crypto. To say that you will miss out, not so. It's really important to understand crypto always moves in a wave. It's always going up and down. So when you see this, are you going to panic? Are you going to say, oh, I really want to get into this, but it's too late, I've lost the move? Or can you see that these support levels are continuously hit, and they're the best way of dollar cost averaging in? Let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. And of course, if you have any requests for things that I can do to help you out more, please let me know. Let's have a very quick look at the markets, the stock markets. We can see the fear gauge. The fear has come out of the markets. The markets are repairing. This is the futures getting over that resistance. If we get a rally up from here, that's really good stuff. We can see the bond prices are in a downward trajectory, and the bond yields are going up. Gold was doing well, but it's been suppressed. Gold and silver are really heavily manipulated asset classes. It's well known. A lot of these dips and peaks are caused by institutions. Light crude oil is on the rampage up higher. I'd like to thank the very kind community members who've reached out and bought me a coffee to show their appreciation on buymeacoffee.com/cryptotradingks. Thank you so much, everyone. It means a lot. I hope you found the content useful. Please consider sharing and liking this video if you think it will help others. Thank you very much to our moderators for keeping our community scam-free. I always do my best every day to remove scammers. And thank you to our moderators. You're doing an incredible job keeping our community safe. Thanks so much. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions. If you would like daily updates on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube. I've left helpful links in the description of this video. Please remember, crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there, take care, and see you next time. Bye for now.